Hey there, this is Wendy with loveandstampin.com and Color Splash 17. We are going to use the Gather Together bundle today, and we are using Mary Merlot, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, and Garden Green. I pulled all the ink colors here so you could see them, even though we actually don't use all the inks. We're focusing on using the markers. I thought it'd be fun to show you the technique where you watercolor with markers. You need to use Stays-On ink when you do anything with water. Really, really important, because the Stays-On ink does not run or smear or bleed. So it is a great base to use. Some people say that if you use it with photopolymer stamps, it messes up the stamp. I haven't really had that issue. And I just clean them right away, and then I don't have any problems. And I don't use the Stays-On cleaner. That is a big no-no. You're not supposed to use Stays-On cleaner on these stamps. So I just use my regular cleaner, wipe them off really quick, and I seriously have never had an issue. So there's that. I am, full disclosure, using Bristol cardstock. We have talked about this before. Anytime I do watercoloring, I use Bristol cardstock, and here's why. It is made to take water, and Whisper White cardstock is not made to take water. So what happens is a lot of times you end up with pilling or warping of the paper or the cardstock, and you don't have that problem when you use Bristol. So I just have a cheap pack of Bristol cardstock that I got on Amazon, and I use that anytime I'm doing watercolor stuff. I don't use watercolor paper because it has tooth to it, which basically just means that it has a like a texture, and so you don't get as clean of a stamped line, and that bothers me because I'm a little unhinged, people, to be real honest. So there's something about this video that makes me absolutely insane, but there's literally nothing I could do about it because it's a miracle I'm even getting a video up for you, and I'm going to tell you that story in a little bit. Yeah, it's that my mat is crooked the entire video. You notice the lines are crooked? Yeah. So if that bothers you, I deeply apologize. It bothers me immensely, but there's nothing I can do about it. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to focus on what I'm doing versus looking at my background. And so if you are a type A, kind of intense human like I am, then you'll be able to move past it, because I'm working really hard to do that. So I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. So now I'm basically going in, I've sped up the video, and I'm using all these different colors to color these leaves. Adding colors to them, mixing and matching, and trying to get the look that I'm going for. I just wanted a very loose watercolor look. I wanted to be able to layer the color, which I did do, and I wanted to just have some really beautiful leaves to play with. So, all right. This is the part of the video where I'm going to tell stories and chit chat about my life. Some people do not like that, and they think that they have to leave me a comment to tell me that. You do not have to do that. If you do not like that I chit chat or I talk too much, you simply can click off this video now, and you do not have to watch it. It will not offend me or hurt my feelings in any way, shape, or form, because we all have people we love and people we don't, and it is okay, because that's what makes the world go round. But no need for nastiness. Like, save your energy. We all have enough going on in the world today with the state of things, and so please do not feel the need to tell me I'm a horrible person for telling my stories. Thank you. Okay. So moving along, yeah, so here's the deal. This video is going up extremely late, and it is because I spent my entire day yesterday with my daughter at a event, and at an event. I'm sorry, I just got interrupted. One of the kids just walked in the room and I had to like wave her away. And we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, here's what happened. My daughter got to start school yesterday. She wasn't at an event. She was at school. So her school is a charter school. And normally, if there was no COVID, she would go on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the rest of the week she would be home with me, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and she would be doing schoolwork. I do not homeschool. I do not teach the child. The teachers teach the child, and then she does the homework. So if we were under normal circumstances, that would be what was happening. She would go Tuesdays and Thursdays. They have opened up and are now going on Thursday. Her cohort is going on Thursdays. There's another cohort that goes on Tuesdays. So I drove her to school. She has to be at school at 8:40 a.m. and she gets out of school at 1. Do you all see the problem here? The school is 30 minutes from my house. So I could not justify driving all the way back home to be here for 3 hours and get in the car and turn around and drive back to pick her up. So I had a few errands I needed to run and wanted to run. So first I went to Costco, and I did a Costco haul video, and I said that I would not be needing to go back to Costco until November, which is true. I did not need to go to Costco for any food items, but my husband ran out of shave gel, and I thought, hey, that's the cheapest place to get massive quantities of shave gel. So I got that. And then they had some tea kettles there, electric tea kettles that I saw in their ad. And I also saw it on a fellow YouTuber's video. And so I thought, I am going to grab those. And so I grabbed 2 of these electric tea kettles, one for myself and one for my mom for Christmas. So no worries, she won't watch this video. She does not watch any of my videos, so she's not going to know that she's getting that for Christmas. And so I got that for her for Christmas because she loves to drink tea, and I'm hoping it works well for her. And I got myself one, but oh, and I also bought a down comforter for $120. It's a king size. My whole life, I've wanted a down comforter. I love them when I go to a hotel, and I've always wanted one. So I bought myself one, and I now have it sitting still in the plastic because I want to get a duvet cover for it before I use it, because I don't want it to get dirty. It's white. So if any of you have suggestions for duvet covers, where to get them, nice ones that work better than others, I would love to hear. And yes, I know they're a pain. I know that they're like kind of a pain in the hiney to use, but I've always wanted one, so I'm giving it a whirl. I'm using a white gel pen here, by the way, to add some polka dots to my leaves. Just very subtle, but it'll just add a little bit of texture. Okay, so then I went to Green Acres, which is a nursery near where I live, because I decided I needed houseplants. I don't know if this is an age thing, but never in my life have I thought I needed a houseplant. And I'm 39, so maybe I'm just hitting an age where I have to have certain things in my life. I don't know. I've always associated houseplants with being old. I don't know why. There's no particular reason. I just think of it as like an old lady thing to do. And I know that that's crazy, because I have a cousin who's 22 who has tons of houseplants because she loves plants. So, you know, we just get these weird little stigmas in our brains, and then they stick. Probably because like my grandma had a bunch of houseplants, and so I was like, oh, old ladies have houseplants. I don't know. So I went and I got houseplants. I got are they called pothos? Am I saying that correctly? Pothos. It's a marble queen. And then I got a wandering Jew, which, by the way, is a really weird name for a plant, but it is gorgeous. So I got both of those, and I got a couple pots to put them in. And then I had a hydrangea outside that my mom got me for Mother's Day, and it died. So I got a new one to replace it. She got me two, actually. One survived perfectly fine, and the other one died. So I got that, and I also got some blue food for my hydrangeas, because if you feed hydrangeas certain things, it will turn the blooms certain colors. So I thought that that would be fun, and so I'm going to put that in with the soil. And then I also got a coleus that is like bright orange, that's gorgeous, and I love coleus plants. And so I got one of those. So that was my adventures at Green Acres. Then I went to Target. It was a brand new Target that was open. Mind you, all of this time, I'm masking up, I'm hand sanitizing, I'm being super careful, wiping carts, the whole 9 yards, because I don't go out much. And so this is why I don't go out much, because it's a huge pain in the butt. It's exhausting. So... but I was alone. I didn't have my daughter with me, which helped, because I feel like anytime you have somebody else with you, then you're like kind of monitoring what's happening with them too. So then I went to Target because she needed a lunch pail, and I was in desperate search of rubbing alcohol and hydrogen peroxide. I use both of those items to make like chemical-free cleaners for my house. And so I was very disappointed. I could not find either anywhere. But I did find some gloves. So that was good. I got some like latex type gloves. I love having those around the house for different things. Like if one of the dogs has an owie and I need to doctor it, or, I mean, there's just a long list of like random things. I kind of have this weird thing about stuff being on my hands. So I'll glove up like in a hot second if I have to touch something gross. I don't know what it is. I just have like sensory issues, people. So anyway, I got that at Target. And then I had to go to, or I didn't have to. I went to TJ Maxx because I wanted to look for some Christmas presents. So in the midst of all of this, I thought, you know what? I'm already here. Why not see if I can find a couple Christmas presents? And I did. I scored a couple Christmas presents. And so I was happy about that. Yeah, so that's what I did yesterday. And all of that is to tell you that is why this video is so dang late, because I recorded it, but I couldn't get it voiceovered. And there's a million things that go into writing a blog post and doing a video. And I know that a lot of people don't realize that, but I had to take photos of my finished project. I had to edit all the photos. Then I had to write the blog post, create the supply lists, blah, 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 blah. So that is where we come to here, and I had to do that. So what else is happening? This weekend, I think the husband starts I know the husband starts the fishing derby. I don't know if we talked about this already, but he entered into a fishing derby for October. And he's going to be going every weekend in October, and took a full week off work to participate in this derby. And I am thrilled for him. My husband doesn't do stuff for himself, like big stuff for himself, very often. And this is definitely a big thing because it will occupy the entire month, basically. I plan on being wonderfully kind about it and not being a turd and just letting him have his fun. He wants to win the derby because he wants to donate the money from winning to a lady that works at the little store, which I think I've told you guys this already. She works at the little store, and she's been recently diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So he wants to be able to donate the money to her. So he's going to try really, really hard to win the derby. He's going all weekend. He takes his boat out and he sleeps on it, which no thank you. FYI, here on the card you see, what did I do? All that work went into this card, and then I stamped the dang sentiment sideways. So I had to come up with a fix for it, and this is what I came up with. I don't love it, but I ain't starting over, and there you go. So I'm going to pop this up and put it there, which is a little bummed that it covers up the leaf, but it is what it is. I'm just not going to worry about it. So, so he'll be gone all weekend, and I think my daughter's going to have a friend over to stay the night, which will be fun for her, and I'm probably going to work. Honestly, I feel like the two girls are probably going to swim and play. I think this is going to be our very last weekend for hot weather. We're inundated again with smoke, but I did get air purifiers for the house, and that seems to be helping a little bit. And the kids don't seem to care very much about the smoke. It's not as bad as it was before, but it's still like we don't have clear blue skies. So it's hot and it's gross. But I think this is our last weekend for hot weather. I think we're going to be going to a cooler, like in the 80s, which for us is cool. And so we're going to have cooler weather instead of the 90-degree heat that we have been having. Anyway, let's see what else is happening. There is a few things I need to tell you about. So first, we have an amazing deal going on right now. If you want to get a Merry Hello stamp set from the back of the holiday catalog for free, you can get that for free from me when you place a $100 order or more. So there is a link below the video to place an order, and there are links below the video for all the items that you see here today. So if you want to purchase any of them, you can. We just started a brand new Stampin' Up! Year on October 1st. So all of my numbers clicked back to 0. It is like a bittersweet moment because you work all year long to get the sales you need and to earn the trips and do all the things. And then beginning on October 1st, it all clicks back to 0 and you have to start all over again for the next year. So Stampin' Up! Year runs October 1st through September 30th. And so we rolled out, ended the last year, and I ended it very well. Thank you to all of my amazing customers and all of you wonderful people that follow me on YouTube. I appreciate that as well. So anyway, that's it. That's kind of what's happening in life at the moment. Nothing insanely exciting. I'm definitely going to try to grab a little footage this weekend of anything that we do. Let me know how you like that on Tuesdays, that I'm sharing kind of some random footage with you. I try to do a little bit quicker project and then jump into a little bit of life stuff and what's going on. I do have a cabinet I want to organize this weekend. So if I manage to do that, I will definitely video that and share it with you because the numbers show me that y'all love an organization video. So if I get a chance to get that cabinet organized, then I will definitely make sure to include you in that so you can see what I do. It's our cabinet with all our games in it, and there's so many. There's so many. And they just fall out and they're a mess and it drives me nuts, and it's got to be done. It's got to get organized at some point. Here I'm just adding champagne rhinestones to finish this card off, and that is the finishing touches. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. God bless you if you've made it to this point in the video. If you want to see another video from me, click either one that you see here. Shop with me at shop11stampin.com. Don't forget, if you spend $100, you get that free stamp set. And you can also purchase the starter kit from me and get $26 in free product, which is pretty cool too. So if you want more details about that, let me know. Bye-bye.